DPWH secretary is already well informed about the matter.
So currently, kuan gapon siya, ang entrance to Japan is it's still I haven't been back there in a few weeks time. It's still closed, no?
Kaya initially, people would think margnalay repair
Yeah.
gihimo, but closure they
Closure to siya.
Yeah, again because it's among the reconveyance cases because
Sa old airport.
it's sa old airport kasi yung mga lots na old na included sa old airport, their previous owners filed reconveyance cases and many were reconveyed including that lot which that portion of the national road it belongs, no? So that's a problem.
Okay. Previously, dagan man ng wa kay bao, no? Especially those who were not born in Cebu.
No.
Na kanang IT park sa una was an airport, the old Lahog Airport, and prior to that, the Cebu Aerodrome in the 1940s. Unya, I think ang extent ana murag unahan pa sa Country Mall.
Yes.
Oh, murag even part of near Sam Park, if I'm not mistaken, Sitio Baca and all the other sitios in that area. So mao dito yung naitabo, no?
That's what
uli
happened.
siya sa original owners.
Nauli siya sa original owners. It was a Supreme Court decision, no, which we cannot just defy. So yun nga, we're waiting for advice from our counsel, the Office of the Solicitor General.
Now, aside from that, a few weeks ago, kanina amantay bagong mall ni open, no, in a reclamation project somewhere in the south called SM Seaside. It was in the news na ni-encroach ko no sila sa kuan. Kaning sidewalk wherein supposedly new development should have
8 meters.
8 meters na setback. Unsa na may status ani na kuan?
Yeah. First and foremost, I would just like to mention what the violations are.
Yes.
No? Well, before that, when they asked why just now, it's actually not just now. No, we told them that as early as January 2014.
So
that
last
was-
year pa yun.
Yeah, that's almost 2 years.
2 years now.
2 years from now, no? That you have to comply with the provisions of the building code because the rationale for the passage of the building code is actually public welfare, no, traffic, and public safety, no. And it's so sad that many do not realize that. No? They think that it's for personal interest, which is actually it's not the case. It's actually for the public. No? Okay. The issues are first setback. Okay. Under the 2005 IRR of the National Building Code, it states that if it's a 30-meter wide road, the setback should be 8 meters.
So naagyo siya gi-specify nga
Yeah,
setback.
for a minimum width of 30 meters, the setback should be 8 meters. Okay, for Cebu South Coastal Road, it's 36 meters. No, so 36 meters plus 8 meters. No, okay. Why? What's the importance with the setback area? Okay, under the building code, the setback area should be flat.
Okay.
The allowable structures, what you call them, is actually only for driveways, offloading stations, and for surface landscape development. No, so if that area will be used, for example, for driveways, it could decongest Cebu South Coastal Road.
So
Huh?
natahibot karon na kaning wa ni na sunod ang kaning 8 meters nga setback.
Well, that 8-meter setback is right now. If as you can see, there are large, big structures built on that setback area.
Other than the ones you mentioned, di ba nga katong pwede nga
Na
driveway.
pwede na driveway.
Yeah.
Or loading
Well,
and unloading.
I do not know anyone from Robinsons, but you can compare it, no? There's a driveway, you know? So if you provide that, it could you can decongest. If there's any constriction, it can decongest.
Oo.
Na instead na sa mga vehicles, unhidden is a road, musod
Yeah.
lang sila. Yeah.
Kaya, musulod ka, offload ka, di ka
Maguwas ka speak
Di ka magsamok-samok sa
Di
Yes.
ka mag-offload because
Yeah.
you know what? Cebu South Coastal Road was actually intended for through traffic. It's akin to an expressway. But if we'll not observe proper setback, it will be the purpose for which it was built will be put to naught.
And
Dapat imong acceleration ug deceleration point should be inside the premises, mahog inana.
Yeah, exactly.
and
That's
not on the road itself.
that's another issue, no? If you provide proper setback, that area can be used as an acceleration or a deceleration lane. Meaning, ang imong auto, turn right niya sa Cebu South Coastal Road, di siya mo kaon sa daan. No? Adto siya you should provide a separate lane para di ka magsamok-samok
Sa
sa Cebu
main
South
road.
Coastal Road. If only the proper setback has been observed, then mabuhat to ang acceleration and deceleration lane.
Which currently wala.
Yeah. And mind you, there's a terminal there. There's a terminal there. I have lived in Manila for 10 years before coming here, no? So if you have lived in Manila, you can see that the hellish life in EDSA, no? In EDSA, what's the cause of traffic in EDSA? Terminals. Oh.
Daghan kay mga bus, pataka
Bus.
lang og kuan.
Huh? Bus. When they go out of the terminals, they will eat up 2 lanes.
Oh,
at least.
nagliko pa lang daan.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know what? We're preventing that, no? I don't want to live in that life. That kind of life. I don't like to, to have that kind of situation
Especially here.
in Cebu, no? I'm a Cebuano. I don't like that to happen 5 years, 10 years from now. That should not-
Especially din sa mga noon development areas nato na a lot can be made better than what we currently have.
Exactly. So we're receiving a lot of flack for what we are doing, but it's okay. It's part of the job. But I hope the people will understand that it's actually for you.
Mao lagi dapat we must start it right gyud kay kung
We-
pasagdahan nga inani tanan developments.
Yeah, and
Well,
I just like to emphasize na we did not do this just now. As early as January of 2014, we wanted them to comply. Unfortunately,
Unsan may status saan eh? They're having it surveyed or
Or they will comply later.
they will comply later.
okay. I prepared. I think it was a 16-page report. No, I've found certain
Violations.
provisions of the National Building Code which were violated. From what I've heard from SM, they're willing to comply.
Aside from kaning seaside opening there at SRP, naabay observations sad ang DPWH regarding a new development here in Cebu, kaning Galleria.
For Galleria,
Mga
so far,
observations lang.
yun nga, no? We're implementing, we're applying the law equally. Whether you are a sari-sari store in B. Rodriguez or you're as large as SM, no? Regardless, we have to apply the law equally. So, even if it's Robinsons or SM, we have to apply it. But for Robinsons, what we have observed, you can observe it from afar. They have complied with the setback requirement. No? So, but as order of our as ordered by our beloved regional director, no, you have to inspect each and every new construction or building along a national road. No, we should not
Just rely
allow.
no, sa
Yeah.
observations.
So ngayon,
Dili pa de matameter lang.
matameter. But it's quite hard because yun nga, the technical matters you have to I was being questioned why I brought in a survey team in SM because you should be specific. No, these are technical matters which you can just not say, oops, amo nang
Di madag-bana-bana
bana
lang
ni siya,
Oo.
coach ka. No, you're talking to big companies here. You can just so it's so sad. It's really so sad that many questioned the motive instead of going to the meat of the issue. No, so it's so sad that many are I'm sorry to say shallow, no, but you should understand that this is actually for you.
I think a lot of mga readers tingali sila aware nga 2 years ago SM was made aware sa kaning 8 meter setback because I think some of them ang ilang understanding maybe bag-o pa lang na aware. No, that's not
Dugay
true.
na.
No,
Dugay na.
yeah.
Duha na
They've
katuig
been
nilabay.
informed.
Well-informed.
Oh,
2 years
well-informed
ago.
na sila.
As a matter of fact, they can compare it with Philinvest. Philinvest complied. As you can see, Philinvest provided with a deceleration acceleration lanes. So, and it was at the same time we required both companies. No? Philinvest complied. I don't know why the other didn't. So, right
may
now,
gipalabi sa balao,
Oo.
di ba?
No.
Pabihaman ang application
No.
tanto.
Yeah.
Be it a small company or
even if it's a sari store, if it's
Same
SM,
application.
you have to comply because the road should not be used for the interest of a certain private entity.
Okay, before we continue, let's take another break.
And we're back. Ganina nagstorya ta bahin aning mga violations nato sa mga new developments. Karon magstorya ta aning mga kaning scheduling or synchronization of DPWH projects. A few months ago, daghan kitag mga kaigsuonan din especially sa Mandaue who
Sila gyud
observed,
pinaka-affected.
feel nila nagidaog-daog sila. Although it's good na naatay mga projects, widening and all that. Ang concern lang nila, practically all of
Sabay.
the roads gidungan
Gidungan-dungan.
to the extent na na-congest ang what remains of the road, which is becoming hardly passable adtong panahon na. Now, unsa may inani man niya nga to ang
How is it synchronized sa mga DPWH projects, especially
Yeah.
sa Mandaue
especially
area?
sa Mandaue area.
Yeah. Actually, it's not our decision to whether to delay a project or not. No? Igawa sa gaana,
Oo.
no? We have to immediately bid it out. So kung 100 will go sa projects, we have to immediately bid it out because there's also a mandate for us to be able to obligate the money intended for that project.
So kung na-appropriations, that should nag-bid out yun.
Yeah, igawa sa appropriations na we have to bid it out because there's a mandate now within
Certain amount of time.
For certain amount of time, we have to obligate that. It's also for the good of the country para magamit ang money. It will not be useless. Di siya for a certain amount of time. There's also a mandate for us nga to obligate it. Okay? So to be able to comply with that mandate, we have to bid it out immediately. Okay. So after bidding it out, under Republic Act 9184, we also have to immediately issue a notice to proceed. Sa lahat. Huh? So we cannot choose, kanila kung sa among i-bid.
Dili pwede na
Kanina sa among
piecemeal
i-bid.
lang.
Yes.
Oo.
Igawa sa gaana by January, we have to bid it out.
So
all
beyond
of it.
your control na yun once
Yeah.
there's appropriation.
All of it.
Otherwise, kamo man say liable kung dili no.
Yes,
Dili
but-
i-bid out.
I hope the public will also understand that indirectly the country will benefit because the money must circulate. Ha? So after na mo i-bid out, notice of award, notice to proceed. After the notice of award, we can obligate the amount. No? So that's the mandate na dapat ma-obligate dayon ang money allocated for that project.
So it's sayop niya ang perception sa mga kaigsuonan nato sa Mandaue na daog-daog sila.
So dili di ang DPWH mo
Oo.
nagbuot which merag
No,
Based
this
on
na mo
scheduling.
it would also be illegal if piliin na naman kanila sa
Oo.
amo sa taguan nila project.
Sa
We
sunod
cannot-
na.
We cannot do that, no?
For as long as na good siya, mandated
Yeah,
by
if-
law mo.
Mandated by law na bid it out, award it, obligate it, implement it. We have no discussion. No?
Kaya ang impression sa mga tao manggod nga na ang discussion when it comes to scheduling the projects, it's with the DPWH.
DPWH.
Dili di ay.
And also, mind you, nisaka ang budget sa DPWH
Tremendously.
It's because the international financial analyst said that to be able to sustain economic growth, we have to put in more infrastructure, no? Para like what I said, to sustain economic growth, no? So di may pwede na among i-delay ang certain projects because the following year mas daghan namang project. Kung mag-abot siya, ma-delay ang project. So mas lisod.
Nastoryaan nam gyud na tong mga widening projects. Mark, unsa may nasa wish
Oh,
list.
yes. Wish
sa,
list.
Sa DPWH 7. Unsa mang roads din here sa in Cebu ganahan ninyo i-widen.
Well, as the chief of the legal unit of the DPWH Regional Office 7, it is actually my job to acquire, no, to implement widening projects, no, not the civil works component, but the acquisition component, no. So, it's like to inform the public that we will be widening Banilad from I think TESDA, tas papunta dun sa flyover Ayala. We'll be widening Kanduman up to...
So kaning sa test dapit mapunaan pilamaan kalins.
Test the 2 Ayala.
Yeah, the kanang dul sa...
So sa kaning front sa
section